Hi y'all, I'm Angela from schoolingwithgrace.com, your chaos to confidence specialist, and today we're talking about homeschool groups. Maybe you've been dreaming of starting your own homeschool group or co-op and don't know where to begin. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed at the idea of organizing something so big. Or maybe you're even wondering if you have what it takes to lead. Well, let me tell you, you absolutely can do this. I directed our homeschool co-op for about 10 years with zero prior experience. And I took that group from about 25 families to about 125 over the course of that time. And I'd like to share with you everything that I learned, or at least try to share with you everything that I learned over the course of this series. The first thing we're going to do is get started talking about the process of beginning a homeschool co-op from scratch. And my hope is that by the end of this video, or at least by the end of this series, you're going to have the confidence and the tools that you need to get started to make your vision a reality. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to define your vision and purpose. What is it that you want this co-op to be? Every successful co-op begins with a clear purpose. Are you looking to create a small group that's just going to be for socialization and play, like a outdoor nature co-op? Or maybe are you looking for something that is structured more academically with classes and curriculum? Take some time to think about your goals and write them down. This will guide every other decision that you make moving forward. And just a little tip. Make sure that what you do is going to ignite your passion and use your own strengths, because you don't want to get further down the road and just dread this whole thing that you have created, okay? So if you love science experiments or art projects, then maybe your co-op is going to focus a little bit more on hands-on learning. Or if you love drama and music, maybe your group is going to be fine arts focused. Or if you have a bunch of high schoolers, you probably need to consider throwing in some core classes in there, and maybe that will be your focus. Or it could be all of the above, or just whatever it is that you have decided is going to be important for your family. The next thing that you do is you look for other like-minded families. You're going to need to find your people. This is so important when you're just getting started. You're going to want to be looking out at your church, your homeschool groups, going to meetups, putting up signs in places saying that you're looking for families to start this homeschool group with you. And when you're connecting with these families, you're going to want to make sure that they share your similar values and goals. This is going to make everything run so much more smoother down the road. And don't worry if you're starting small. If you only have a group of 3 to 5 families, that is a great way to begin this co-op thing that you're trying to put together. You can do a lot of wonderful things in small groups to begin with. All right, the next thing that you want to do is to choose a structure. Now is your time to decide what your co-op will be, how your co-op will be structured. Will you meet weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? Will your parents take turns teaching? Are you going to hire in outside instructors? We've done both over the years. And what about the kids? Are you going to focus on a specific age group? Will it be a multi-age co-op? Are you going to allow babies and have some sort of nursery available for them? There is no one-size-fits-all answer here. You're going to want to create the structure that works for your group's needs and availabilities. And don't forget, keep it simple at first. You can always grow and adapt as your co-op evolves. All right, the next thing, and kind of an important thing, is that you're going to need to find a location. You need a place for your group to meet. Now, if your group is small, you can absolutely just meet in someone's home. But if your group is larger, you're going to want to look at places like community centers, libraries, churches. There's so many places. Think outside the box of places that your group can meet. You're going to need to be thinking about things like, is there enough space, enough classrooms for what it is you're trying to accomplish? Is there enough parking? Is there an outdoor place for kids to run around, for maybe your group to meet for lunch? What's important to you? Think about those things as you're thinking about location. All right, one of the most important things and the not so fun thing to talk about is setting your rules and expectations. Now, this part probably doesn't sound fun, and some of you, it might even get your heart rate up a little bit, but you really do need to set some clear expectations and rules. This will include things like attendance policies, behavior guidelines, and how parents are going to contribute to the group. Are you wanting to, or you're going to want to also create a handbook? It doesn't have to be big or complicated. It can be pretty simple. And you're probably saying, okay, Angela, but there's only like 3 families in our group. Do we really need a handbook? And I'm going to tell you, yes, you do. Trust me. Having boundaries in place from the start is going to save you so much trouble and headaches down the road. All right, once you have all of that out of the way, it becomes the fun part, okay? You get to plan your first meeting. Once you've got all of those like specific nitty-gritty things done, then it's time to like bring in those families. Bring everyone together, share your vision, help build that sense of community that you have been longing for. Assign roles, finalize details, brainstorm activities, ideas for field trips or anything else. And don't forget to make it fun. Make this a fun time. Get people excited about this vision and the purpose that you have for this group. And once that's all taken care of and everybody's excited and ignited, just remember that even if you have to start small, your group has the potential to grow over time. In fact, you probably do want to start small. That way you can all build this community moving forward. Everything does not have to be perfect. That's really my final piece of advice to you, is that I want you during this time to focus on building those relationships and creating a positive experience for those families in your group. And then as your co-op grows and evolves, you can add more classes, more activities, more field trips, and more people. Remember, the goal here isn't perfection. It's creating a supportive and joyful community for your kids and all of the other families that you have that are involved. All right, so there you have it. Everything that you need to kind of just get things moving, get the ball moving in the right direction. I hope this video has inspired you and maybe helped you a little bit. And if you want more help with this, I have several posts on my website on how to create a homeschool co-op, as well as an ebook that teaches you a little bit more about the more specific nitty-gritty details of beginning a homeschool co-op. I'll link to those below. But if you have any questions or need more tips, or you just want to talk about your co-op experience, go ahead and put those in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say and be here to help you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with any other homeschooler in your group or that you know that is thinking about starting their own homeschool group. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.